All right, we are back here at Ninja's getting ready for the next game. Josh is going to join him. They're going to play some Fortnite. And speaking of all things Fortnite, we are now joined by the worldwide creative director of Epic Games, Donald Mustard. Donald,
Jeff?
you've had a busy 6 months here. This Fortnite thing has taken on a life of its own. And of course, longtime gamers know you from your incredible work at Chair. And now being over all of, Epic. Fortnite is a big part of Epic right now. It's such a phenomenon. It's going to be such a big week for you guys. What has it been like? You've been in the game industry for a long time, but Fortnite it's more than just a game. It is a pop culture phenomenon at this point. I'm sure even your kids are that much more popular at school now that dad works on Fortnite, right?
They're pretty popular. No, I mean, we've just been so humbled, right, and excited by all the growth of the game and the community, and that's really what E3 is about for us this year. Is just how do we celebrate all of this with the players? But yeah, man, it's been pretty humble. I can't think of any other word other than humble.
No, and it's
been astonishing.
But what's been great is how I think you guys have given back to the community, and Ali A and Vicstar were here earlier, and Ninja said the same thing. It's like you guys are giving all these content creators and players so much new stuff to play with constantly, and that is, I know is incredible as a player, but I'm sure from the development side, you have to think of the roadmap and, constantly, there's never an off week. There's always something going on. So tell us, when you think about that, you're bringing in these items, like how real time are things happening on the game?
It's pretty real time, and I think that's what's actually so exciting about making a game like Fortnite in 2018, right? Because it used to be that you would plan things out and you'd work on them for years, and then you release it to players and then never think about it again and move on to the next thing. But with Fortnite, it's as fresh as it gets, right? We're making tweaks almost in real time, and some of the items that we have coming up over the next couple of weeks are things that we were conceptualizing last week.
Wow.
And we'll see cool stuff happening in the community, or cool, exciting things that we want to do, and we're pivoting very quickly to kind of embrace the meta that's emerging. And so, as a game designer, it's one of the most awesome and satisfying things I've ever seen, and for me personally, and for all the team, right, to be able to work on something that's so fluid and so live. And we've got really cool plans for how things are going.
That's thing is you've got such a great nimble team at Epic, as you said, that everyone can sort of like on a dime, you guys can come up with ideas, make things happen. And obviously you've got these seasons as well that are rolling out. So it's kind of exciting to think of, season 5, 6, 7, and like how, when you look at the IP of Fortnite and the seasons, how do you plan this out? You're thinking obviously real time, like, hey, what are we doing this week, next week, but how far out do you guys think in terms of the big beats of what you want to do with the game?
So, we're starting to think now about, so season 5 is well underway, being developed. It comes out in about a month. I think even today, players in the release that we put out this morning are starting to see some of the cool stuff that we're starting to begin to tease for what's coming up. Similar to the Comet, a few.
Well, that's what I love is that you guys can tease things, and it is so real time with that feedback of like, something's coming, and like, and you must love, because the team, seeing what the community does with this and the content creators, and you surfing around on Twitter and stuff, it's like, the team must be giddy with all the excitement.
No, and it's amazing. And when you see stuff like emerge, like Fork Knife, right, for example, like we can just be like, let's put something in quickly, and a week and a half later we have the Fork Knife food truck in the game, and it's really cool to kind of play with some of these things that are emerging. But yeah, we try to plan out a little bit ahead. We've got some really good ideas for season 6 and season 7 and season 8, but we kind of trying to keep it fluid. We have an arc of kind of where we see things going, but along the way we want to be able to react to the community.
And tweak based on feedback, so it's not like everything's, canon. And I said, as a game designer, that must be really exciting, because it used to be, you said you'd spend, years working on something, and you'd have no idea, really, until players got to play it. And now, sometimes there are things where I'm sure you make those changes, and then you tweak things or dial things back, and people have been giving you feedback, right, in real time about how weapons feel. Or
we definitely don't always get it right, but that's kind of our goal, is just to keep it fluid and keep it fun, and we're not afraid to just try stuff. And we know that if we dial it too far or don't go enough, like, the community will tell us, and we'll dial it all in together and just keep it fun.
And then you do crazy things like Thanos and that Avengers crossover. I know we got the panel at the Coliseum on Wednesday with you and Joe Russo. That's like, when people saw that, like, I can't believe this actually happened.
I couldn't believe it actually happened. It was man, what a dream, right?
Yeah.
Like, to be able to, I'm such a huge fan of the Russo brothers and of Marvel and of Disney and all, everything that they're doing. And so, yeah, when the Russos called us up and said that while they were editing Infinity War, right? They're like, between breaks, we're playing Fortnite, and we just thought, wouldn't it be so cool to do something? And so it was incredible to be. We started brainstorming, and a few hours later, we had the idea for the Thanos LTM, and that was 3 weeks before it actually came out.
Wow.
So we were like, let's do this crazy thing. And everyone at Disney and Marvel and Epic, we all just piled onto it. And in 3 weeks, we turned it from a crazy phone call into a thing that everyone was playing.
How often do you think that kind of stuff will happen? Was that a really special kind of one-time occurrence, or do you think there'll be other kind of cool crossover? Is that in your plans of like, where that goes?
I mean, I think just like with a lot of things, it's us experimenting with stuff to see what do players like, right? And
they seem to like that.
People loved the Thanos event. So I mean, I think if there's other things that make sense for the Fortnite brand and for other brands, then we're open to exploring all sorts of cool stuff. And
I'm sure a lot of people are calling. Now, last time we saw you was at Game Awards when we were talking a big Fortnite announcement there, and we talked a little bit about crossplay and the idea of people being able to play with their friends, across all these devices. Then you added in mobile, which was insane. You can play mobile versus Xbox. And then PC and things like that. I think people still are wondering, when are you going to sort of fully unify everyone, all these platforms across all the console platforms, PC, mobile? That's still your goal, but are we any closer to that right now?
So crossplay is really important to us, and players love it. Like right now, console players can crossplay across, like you said, like across PC and across mobile, across Mac, and we're working with our partners to take it even further.
Let's hope we'll get there one day, right?
We'll get there.
All right. Well, it's been an amazing success story for Fortnite. Just keeps going. You got the Pro-Am tomorrow. 100 folks, of course, Ninja, Marshmallow, many others competing for charity, right?
Yeah, that's what's so exciting. So we have the Celebrity Pro-Am tomorrow. It's 50 celebrities and 50 pro and streaming gamers. And they're going to be competing for a $3 million charity pot that they can donate to the charity of their choice. And we're so excited about it. We're so excited for the celebration that it is for our fans. In fact, I even brought you.
Yes.
So like, we have all sorts of stuff we're going to be giving away at the party and at E3 this week. So I brought you a Fortnite Boogie Bath Bomb.
Boogie Bath Bomb.
For tonight after you're done with all this.
My 8 hours of streaming is
right.
done.
You can just soak it in.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I also brought you one of our super limited edition Bush pins, because I figure you seem like a Bush camper.
I'm wearing my PlayStation shoes. I can put a Bush pin on.
That's right.
I'm going to do that for you.
Exactly, and I'm the same, right? So it's cool.
I love it. No, he said the phenomenon of the merch and everything. It's so cool. And what I will say is I think it's nice to see you guys giving back to the industry and the community with the charity tournament. Even being here at E3, you guys doing a big party, a big booth. I love that a game like this is so successful. Epic, and you have been in the industry for so long. It's nice to have you guys here at E3 celebrating what Fortnite has not only brought to gaming, but brought to the entertainment landscape.
Well, thank you. And for us, again, it's all about the players, and we couldn't be more grateful to all of you players. Thank you so much for all that you've done for the game.
Well, I know how hard you guys work to give back to the players, so there's lots more to come. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, I guess, at the Pro-Am.
Yep.
Donald, thank you so much.
Right,
I got to put my pin on, but